It's Friday, February 20th, 2015, and let's talk about what happened this week over at xdadevelopers.com. In an exciting bit of news, Android 5.02 has started rolling out to the Android Wear devices. From what I've gathered, it's a relatively minor update, just bug fixes, newer versions of Google Play services, stability and performance fixes, things like that. The update has not yet hit my G Watch, but it has apparently already been captured for the Moto 360, so if you just can't wait, you should be able to pick up a copy of it over on the forum. Otherwise, just be on the lookout. The Android One program is being expanded yet again, this time heading into the Philippines, starting with the Cherry One and the MyPhone Uno. The funny thing is, looking at the Google Asia Pacific blog post, the image they included shows 5.10 as the time again, indicating Android 5.1 again. Still, it's very nice to see the Android One program bringing affordable stock Android devices to more and more parts of the world. The Sprint LG G3 received its official Lollipop update this week. Looking at the forum, it appears that LG has also posted the source for the update to their open source code distribution site, and it comes in at about 1 gig. So if you haven't seen the OTA yet, take a look at the Sprint G3 forum, and you can find a download link for that there if you're up to building it yourself. I'm sure someone will capture the OTA eventually as well, so just keep an eye on that forum thread. Moving right along though, an official version of TWRP 2850 was put out this week by Dees Troy and Team Win for the Kazam Thunder Q4.5. This might not sound momentous or awesome or anything, but this was made possible and significantly easier with some help and GPL source code direct from Kazam, which is not something that you see every day. So if you've got that Thunder Q4.5, definitely go check out the kernel source and the official build of TWRP for it. Now moving on to some unofficial updates, XDA senior member Psycho666 put out a ROM he's calling Simple ROM for the N910C Note 4. It's a TouchWiz-based Lollipop ROM that's been stripped down and modded, and it still comes in at about 850 megs. MyUI V5 Titan was ported over to run on the 2014 Moto G by XDA senior member JBC Droid. It's still a little bit early and considered alpha, so I definitely would not be sticking it on my daily driver device, but still, nice to see something that people liked, MyUI, being ported over to run on different devices. XDA senior member Percy G2 put together a build of CM12 for the Moto E as well. It is also an alpha, and there's several bugs that have been reported on it, so do make sure to read through the forum thread before you flash it to your device. The SlimROM team has started putting out weekly builds of SlimLP for more than 20 devices. Again, it's an alpha build, so it's still not 100% stable, so, you know, same thing. And now a little bit of wearable news. Ahead of Mobile World Congress, LG has gone ahead and announced a brand new smartwatch, the LG Watch Urbane. It's got exactly the same specs as the G Watch R from what I can see, but it does have slimmer bezels and a more traditional watch look, a more classic premium look, I guess. Pricing and availability were not discussed in the press release, but one UK retailer has the watch listed at £290, which is about $450 US. Like I said, nothing is 100% official direct from LG or anything, but that's an awful lot of money for a device that's essentially pretty close to the original G Watch that I'm still wearing with a heart monitor tacked onto it. It does have the more premium design, so maybe that makes a difference, but I don't know if it makes a $200 or $300 difference in my opinion. Personally, I'm still waiting for that true next generation of Android Wear devices, ones that don't come with the Qualcomm Snapdragon 400, 512 megs of RAM, and 4 gigs of storage. And actually, sort of speaking of that, the Pebble app was updated this week, and they've added in support for Android Wear notifications. It doesn't magically change your Pebble into an Android Wear device or anything like that, but it does sort of provide a compromise for those people that already have the Pebble and felt left out of all the Android Wear fun. A discussion popped up on the portal this week as well, the premise being, now that phones are bigger, what do you need tablets for? As someone who's been using the OnePlus One for the last few months, I'll admit, I haven't been using my 7-inch devices quite as much. But I do still find myself going back to a 9 or a 10-inch tablet almost every day because I do still prefer reading and watching videos and playing video games on a larger screen. I'd be willing to bet there's at least a few of you out there that have forsaken tablets entirely though for things like the Nexus 6 or the latest Galaxy Note though, right? Strangely enough, in my case, I've actually been using the Asus Padphone X a lot recently, which it's a smaller device that docks into a 9-inch tablet, so it's kind of the best of both worlds, so I kind of like that recently. The discussion is still going on the portal though, so if you do want to participate in it, head on over there. And one last story that hit the portal, some more GPL controversies have come up, specifically citing Motorola as being problematic, since they released Lollipop builds 3 months ago, but there's still no sources available. If you want a lot of backstory on GPL licensing and how it's kind of a make or break thing for developers, give that article a read. And finally, some more forums were added this week for actually a lot of unreleased devices and then some other ones. For the Galaxy S6, the HTC M9, the LG Urbane Watch, the Huawei Ascend G6, and also Sony's smart eyeglass. And there were 3 other videos posted to XDA TV this week as well. TK did an Exposed Tuesday talking about the Exposed framework now running on Lollipop. Then Shane did an app review of Power Button Flashlight, and then TK did an app review of Call Utils. But you know what? That's going to be about all from me for today. You can find the links to all the stories I talked about down in the video description as usual, as well as the links to my YouTube channels. Remember, if you like this video, leave us a like down below the video. We definitely appreciate it. And subscribe to receive all of our content as soon as it becomes available. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.